President Marcos has laid out his priorities for the remainder of his term with a strong focus on tax reforms, energy, and economic growth. Joining us now to break down the key takeaways from the President's 2026 State of the Nation address is veteran journalist with 5 decades of covering Philippine politics, business, and the economy. Welcome to the show, Mr. Tony Lopez.
Good morning,
It's so
Margo.
good
Thank you
to
for having
have you
me.
here.
Yeah.
Yes, the same B, Billionario and Business 360
Yeah.
and Biz News Asia.
Triple B.
Triple B. Thank you
Yeah.
for
It should
making.
be triple A.
Well, President Marcos, at his State of the Nation address yesterday, framed the State of the Nation address around easing the cost of living through tax relief and lower electricity costs. Looking beyond the headlines, what do you think was the single most consequential economic message in this year's SONA, and
The economic
why?
message is that the President is now addressing rice and galunggong issues.
Instead of
Instead of mga
hard to understand, such as
mga
he didn't mention the upper middle income.
country category kasi may paliwanag yun. Upper middle income tayo, sir, pero naghihirap po ako. Kaya ka naghihirap dahil mataas ang presyo ng pagkain, mataas ang presyo ng mga ibang bilihin, mataas ang kuryente, at mataas ang cost of transportation. So he decided finally na to hell with the other programs. Magiging pro-people na ako and will be a very caring president. And this is my legacy. Parang yung ganun ang message na.
Could it possibly also be because our GDP for the first quarter was at 2.8% and the performance was not that
You should
great?
not look at GDP per quarter. You should look at it in averages, annual averages. In
So
his
yung
first 4 years,
4.4 po.
in his first 4 years was very good, 5.8%. And because of 5.8% average,
you mean 5.8% average 2022 to 2025?
National income, meaning including income of OFWs from abroad, was 5.8. That's almost as good as Vietnam's gross national income growth. In pagmakaeskwela ang Vietnam sa Philippines, nung na-upgrade sila as upper middle income country.
So, sir, do you think that the state of the economy today is doing well?
Well, the economy, this is one of the best economies you can find in this world. Ang ecosystem niya, that's 120 million people. That's worth, at current market values, or PPP, that's worth $2 trillion. In nominal GDP, that's worth $500 billion. Malaki po yan. Mas malaki pa yan sa economy ng Singapore na lagi nagyayabang na mas maunlad sila kaysa sa atin.
So, grading the performance of the economic managers for the past year, would you say the state of the economy today is that it's doing well?
It's not something to be disheartened or disappointed about. Ang lakas ng Philippine economy. Kasi maski gaano kakurap ang gobyerno, ang mga taong gobyerno, maski anong indultong umabot dito, earthquake, floods, volcano eruption, antibay ng Philippine economy. That's one of the most resilient economies in the world.
That's great. Tax reforms naman po. The reforms, he mentioned several economic reforms that he wants to
sabi niya, bababaan niya na
pursue.
Up to 350,000. Meaning to say, nearly all wage earners will not pay any tax anymore. Ang savings niya is about 6,000 pesos a month or 72,000 pesos a year. Kasi 350,000 divided by 12, that's an income of 29,000 per month. Walang ordinary wage earner na kumikita ng 29,000 kasi hanggang 20,000 sila. Tapos yan tinatapyasan pa yan sa withholding tax ng 20%. Kung nasa gobyerno ka, 20% kaagad ang tabas niyan.
So that's a good recommendation from the
That
President.
means transferring purchasing power from the government to the consumer.
How about yung suggestion po of the President on EPIRA?
IPIRA, maganda yan, kaya lang it will have to pass through Congress. But I think by executive order, kaya niya yan. Sinasabi ng Presidente, tama na malalaking kumpanya, power generation, retailers ng power, mga electric, tama na ang paghahanap buhay at the expense of your consumers. Ang estimate ko dyan, yung Meralco alone, 5.6% ang savings mo sa iyong bill. Out of every 100 peso monthly bill, you will save 5 peso and 60 centavos. Pag electric cooperatives, ang system loss is about 12%. Yan ang kanilang cash cow. Kaya sila kumikita dahil dyan sa imputed subsidy na yan.
With respect to energy, isa pa pong nabanggit niya was having nuclear energy.
Ah,
Is the
yeah.
Philippines ready for nuclear
Ang
energy?
nuclear energy, yan yung tinatawag ko na panaginip sa buwan. Mga mahina 10 years dyan. Kasi ngayon nga lang, magtayo ka ng windmill. It takes about 10 years and 100 signatures. Magtatayo ka pa ng nuclear plant.
But is it a good time to begin now for, say, the next 10 years? Yung mga announcements po nila is that we're looking at 2030,
Actually,
36.
we began in nuclear energy as early as the mid-1985. Yung Bataan nuclear plant, 1,200 megawatts of baseload capacity, ready to go yun na lang yun eh. Kaya lang naibintang na kasi may nag-kickback down ng $50 million out of $2 billion. Mura yun ha. Minotball. O pinatay. Hindi na pinatakbo. Sayang yun. Because of that, because of disallowing that power plant, we became energy shortage for several decades until now.
But in the grand scheme of things, isn't it something that we should aspire for and start moving on already today, as the President
Baka
said,
mas
Ms.
mabilis
Sona?
pa mag-renewable na lang tayo. Windmill, solar, mas mabilis ang,
Well, the President
take-off nun eh.
mentioned hydro.
Hydro mabilis din yan, kaya lang depende sa weather yan eh. Kasi kung wala naman tubig, anong i-hydro mo? Anong ipapump out mo to create
Speaking of
electricity?
panaginip po, may isa pa pong binanggit si Pangulo sa kanyang SONA. Magla-launch daw po tayo ng rocket ship.
Ganyan naman lahat ng panaginip, di ba? Aim for the moon, aim for the stars. Di ba?
Literally.
Kasi total nananaginip ka man lang, talagang i-max mo na ang panaginip mo.
Well, there's one that is quite within reach. And we've also had as a guest here, U.S. Ambassador Babe Romualdez, the Pax Silica.
Yeah, Pax Silica.
So it's supposed to
Pax
generate
Silica, ibig
$700
sabihin po
billion.
niyan, in plain language, buhangin sa beach. Silica. Silica is sand. Sand is crystal. Crystal conducts messages, electricity.
Yun po ba yun?
pong,
Interpretation niyo po yan?
silica. Silica is a scientific name for sand. Bato sa buhangin po yan. Ang bato na yung kristal. Ang
Nasa
kristal na
team pa
yun,
rin po tayo ng panaginip.
magkoconduct siya ng electricity. Kasi the way to send messages, ang computer is nothing more than sending messages. How? Through a medium called silica. Kaya nga, silicon. Ganon.
Hindi po ba ito yung Pax Silica is that it is an agreement among nations na yung paggamit nila ng AI, ng technology is not going to hurt the environment, that it's going to
Alam mo
be
yung
good
lang
among the
yung
nations.
environment sa Pax Silica. Ang talagang kalaban dyan sa Pax Silica, China. Ayaw nilang masapawan sila ng China. Ayaw ng Amerika sa kanyang mga
Allies.
allies sa Asia, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, na masapawan sila ng China. So nag-organize sila in the these are what they call the Indo-Pacific Partnership. That's the largest economic region in the world and the most powerful. Natatakot sila sa China. So nagtayo sila, mag-usap-usap tayo, sino ang magpo-produce ng nickel, chromite, cobalt. Na apparently, na-assign sa atin yon. Kasi ang dami natin yan eh. The Philippines is one of the highest mineralized countries in the world. In nickel, I think we are number 3.
But the president did not discuss the economic aspect of China. Instead, he ended his speech with a very forceful message.
May parinig siya.
Na
He almost
on the
recited
dignity of the Filipino.
He almost recited Bayang Magilyo. Ang ayaw ko lang din na hindi niya binanggit. Sabi niya, kami ay noble, di ba? Maharlika. Di ba? Hindi kami greedy. Hindi kami sinungaling. Dapat sinabi niya, hindi kami unggoy.
Pero he stopped short of
at
that.
hindi kami nag-uunggoy-unggoyan. Sabi na, disente kaming tao. Sabi niya, pag nilupig nyo kami, hindi kami palulupig. Sinabi niya, Lapu-Lapu, pinasok ni Magellan. Pinatay ni Lapu-Lapu si Magellan. Yan ang heritage ng Philippines. Sinasabi niya yun sa China.
So maganda po ba yung kanyang ending?
Ang una, nag-umpisa siya sa anti-corruption. Naghahanap kayo ng balato na number 1 symbol of corruption. Ito, pinamigay ko ng aking pinsambuo. Masakit sa akin yan. Pero hindi ako presidente ng aking pamilya. Talaga naman hindi siya presidente. Kasi nga, yung ate niya mismo, kaaway niya sa loob ng pamilya. Diba?
Pinag-usapan din po niya yung ASEAN.
Yeah.
And then he talked about magbayanihan daw tayo, yung ating cooperation among nations in this region. What is your observation po on how the Philippines is moving forward as a
Ang
player
ASEAN
in the
talaga, there's a
ASEAN?
brotherhood of nations located in the same region. Southeast Asia, That is the most dynamic region in the world today. The fastest growing. Nandiyan lahat ang mga bidang economies. Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore. At may rising economy pa, Vietnam. Oh.
How about the response to the Iran war? Mga several paragraphs din po yung kanyang response to the Iran
Ang
to the
response sa
war.
Iran, adjust kayo. Maghanap kayo ng mga bago nating kaibigan. So nagpunta siya sa Russia. O, Putin, pahingin naman ng konting energy, patikim lang, di ba? Punta din yata siya sa India. Ganun din yan, di ba?
Speaking of the many places that he has been to, I'm surprised that he didn't mention the achievements that he had in investments and pledges coming from, for example, Canada. When he arrived, ang dami po niyo nakuhang mga investment support from there, and then Singapore, and then
Kasi may mga
Japan.
pag lumalakad ka, kailangan maglagay ka ng mga drawing achievements mo para
Palagay niyo
ma-justify
po
mo
yung
na.
mga pledge na yun, drawing.
Drawing yan eh. Kasi kailangan i-justify mo yung pamasahe mo. Uy, lakad ka ng lakad, may crisis dito sa Pilipinas.
Totoo naman po siguro yun.
Mag-assemble ka ngayon ng mga pledges. Uy, San Miguel, may kakilala ka ba sa Japan? Yung mga ganun, ba? Uy, MVP, may kakilala ka ba sa Hong Kong? Mga ganun, may
Pero
kakilala
po
ka
may
ba sa
concrete
Indonesia?
win. 23 new free trade agreements.
Yeah, free trade agreement. Free trade agreement.
Opo, that's a big win.
Ang free trade agreement, okay lang yan. Ang problema, do you deliver on the trade? What do you export? What do we export? Wala man tayong ma-export. Ang biggest export natin, humans. We have exported 12 million humans abroad in 130 countries. Yan ang number one export natin, humans. Sa plain language, OFW. Kaya ang lakas ng ating ekonomiya, kasi ang ating OFW, they bring in about $42 billion a year. Tax-free, 100% value added. Unlike kung foreign direct investment, uutu-utuin mo pa yung investor, bigyan kita ng tax incentive, bigyan kita ng ng murang rental na sa yung lupa, bigyan kita ng labor subsidy, mga ganon.
So, we've tackled energy, we've tackled the Iran war, we've tackled various responses of the president. In your expansive career, and you've seen so many State of the Nation addresses among various presidents, how do you think is the president performing in terms of achieving his economic
Actually,
vision?
tatlong tinakil niya na major, ha? Una, corruption. Sabi niya, pinamigay ko ng pinsan ko, wala na kayong masabi yan. Di ba? Ang kaso niya, patong-patong. Yan ang ginamit ng word eh. 50 billion pesos ang ina-attribute sa kanya. Mahirap mamigay ng sariling pinsan. Kasi ang pinsan ko na yan, very close sa akin yan. Siya pa ang nagturo sa akin paano magpalakad ng gobyerno. Di ba? Pangalawa, yung bigas, pagkain. Ang pagkain, sabi niya kasi, ang rice, it doubles its price because of distribution. So sinabi niya ngayon, lahat ng cargo trucks na nagdadala ng agriculture, wag nang patungan ng toll fee. Di ba? Di ba? Kasi nga, ang rice ng Cotabato, pagdating sa Manila, nagdo-double dahil sa distribution cost.
Binanggit din po niya yung kadiwa, tsaka yung
kadiwa,
unang panaginip niya na 20 pesos.
Is now available. Ang totoo naman yan, di ba? Rice, mayroon pa siya available na muna, BBM.
Bigyang...
Benteng, bigas, by something like BBM. Tapos yung energy, ang energy, malaking bagay yan, yung pagtanggal ng system loss. Ang system loss is about 5% in the case of Meralco and 12% in the case of electric cooperatives. Palabigasan nila yan. Pag tinanggal mo yan, magiging mura ang kuryente mo ng by 5 to 12%. Tapos aalisin din ng gobyerno yung kanyang 12% VAT dyan sa palabigasan yan. Ang translation niya is about 80 billion. Yung palang VAT, 80 billion. Ang VAT, 12%. If 80 billion is 12%, multiply that by 8 times, that's almost 1 trillion.
Last question po. Last 2 minutes na po ng kanyang presidency. Final stretch.
Yeah.
What can the president do to leave a good legacy?
Ang sinasabi niya, after 4 years, nag-effort ako, pero parang ayaw niya kumalin. Ngayon, he is now playing the popularity game. Bibigay kasi ng murang pagkain, murang kuryente, at maraming ayuda. Puro ayuda. Tapos, hindi ko na kayo pagbabayarin ng tax. Ang napansin ko, pati mga small and medium industries, hindi na rin magbabayad ng tax.
Middle income, in-address po niya.
Oo, ibig niya sabihin, kaysa kinakalap namin ng taxes, pamimigay na lang namin sa inyo. Huwag niyo nang gastahin. Kasi the saving grace of the economy is consumption. Gastos tayo ng gastos. So if I give you money as ayuda, as lower cost energy, as lower cost food, magkakaroon ka ng purchasing power. Tatakbo ka ngayon sa SM Mega Mall, gagastos ka ng gagastos. 63% of our economy comes from consumption. Puro tayo consumption, wala tayong production. Sinasabi ko, ang pinoproduce lang natin na pinakamarami, babies. 1.8 million babies a year. And we export many of them.
And yet, our population might soon start declining as well. But
By the way, we will
given
not
that
decline
po,
our population right now, 117 million. Our resources, mga resources natin, ang ating natural resources, our forests, our minerals, our land, can support a population of 300 million.
okay,
Ang
so
Singapore nga can support a population of 5 million. And yet, the entire Singapore, you can sink in the entire Laguna Lake, may sobra ka pang 24,000 hectares.
kayang-kaya po.
Kayang-kayang. Wala kayong dapat kakaba sa bayang Pilipinas. Sabi nga ni Presidente, we do not lie, we are not greedy, we have a noble heritage. Maharlika ang ating heritage.
Tama po yan. Okay, so on that note, thank you so much, Mr. Tony
Thank you.
Lopez, for
Thank you.
sharing your insights on the State of the Nation address.